Welcome back to the TheConnoisseur Reviews. I had a chance to watch The Invisible Man last night, and this is my review for it. Going into this movie, I was not excited. I thought this movie looked a little hokey. It looked kind of bland, and it kind of reminded me of Hollow Man, the movie that came out a few years ago. And that movie was okay. It was fun, but it was just kind of dumb and hokey. And that's the kind of vibe I got with this movie. The only thing that was kind of exciting for me was that it was Elisabeth Moss in the movie, and I love Elisabeth Moss. She's great in The Handmaid's Tale and everything else she's in, and that's my girl. Like, I really like her, and so going into this movie, that was the only thing I was looking forward to. And then all of a sudden, all these great reviews started coming out. It has like a 90% on Metacritic or Rotten Tomato, and then like a 70 on Metacritic. And I was just like, okay, is this movie any good, or is this just all this over bloated hype? And after watching this movie, it is actually really that good. Like, the movie is directed in such a suspenseful and well crafted manner that the filmmaking itself is just really spectacular. The director does such a wonderful job of making it feel like, even in a room where Elizabeth Moss' character or any other character are just by themselves, it makes it feel like there's someone always present, even if there isn't. And it just adds this eeriness and creepiness to it. It also managed to incorporate topics of being in a domestic relationship with someone that's abusive and controlling and tries to isolate you from your loved ones. And it kind of shows you how someone can go into that type of lifestyle and be just stuck in there. How they slowly start tearing family and friends away. How they slowly start messing with your own sanity. So you're just so desperately attached to this person, and that's the only person that, you know, kind of makes you feel normal. And it's about fighting back. It's about trying to get out of a relationship like that. And I think that the director does an incredible job with it. I think Elisabeth Moss is great in the film. I think her performance is the standout. This is the only reason you should be even watching this movie, aside from the directing, is Elisabeth Moss. She has this way of making you feel sympathetic with her, but also that she doesn't feel like this hopeless, helpless creature. I mean, she does kind of start off that way, but she slowly comes into her own. And she has this way of showing fear and terror in her eyes and in her voice. And anytime, and then even there are moments where you're even questioning her sanity and her motives. Is she really being harassed by someone that's invisible, or is she creating all this fallacy in her head? I think any lesser actress would not have been able to come off just so great as Elisabeth Moss did. And overall, the movie is eerie. It's creepy. It's not so much scary, but it will always make you feel uncomfortable. It always makes you feel like someone's watching, and that's not a very good feeling. It's an uneasy feeling. However, with the territory of invisibility and someone being invisible, there comes a hokiness, and there are moments you're just kind of like, okay, this topic is kind of silly. And there are moments where I laughed when they said, oh, he's invisible. And you're kind of like, okay, come on. Like, the line delivery could have been better, but that's just little nitpicks. I mean, there are a couple logical points that are in the film that, if you can gloss over, you'll be fine. But they're kind of, they're plot holes there, but it's plot holes to get you to the point of the story where they want you to be in, and it works out. And if you kind of ignore those, you'll enjoy this movie. You'll have a good time. You'll feel uneasy, and you'll be hooked, especially towards the third act, because it is a slow burn. You'll start off slow, but you slowly get into this really satisfying third act. And overall, it's a good movie. I highly recommend you guys go check it out. It's probably the best movie I've seen all year. Yes, it is only end of February. We're going to March, so not a whole lot of movies, but it is definitely one of the better movies I've seen so far. Definitely recommend. If you have seen it, let me know. I'm going to give this movie a 4 out of 5. Like I said, it's just a really good movie, and it's really entertaining. If you've seen it, let me know in the comments below. If you don't want to watch it, let me know why. If you are planning on watching it, let me know. And as always, you can like, comment, subscribe, follow me on my various social media sites, and follow me on my Tumblr at TheConnoisseur Reviews and Awesome Arnold K. Alright guys, Gucci.